You're listening to Reddit Tales. This story is about a woman who said, "I feel sorry for whatever woman settles for this," before leaving for her rich boyfriend, and then came back begging when it all fell apart. As you listen, think about whether you would have opened the door for her again. 3 years. That is how long Jessica and I had been together when she delivered the line that ended everything. 3 years of shared meals, Netflix binges, and lazy Sunday mornings. 3 years of me honestly believing we were building something real. I should have seen it coming. The signs were there for months. She got quieter during our evenings. She would sit beside me but be somewhere else, scrolling through Instagram instead of talking. She started mentioning David from her marketing team more and more. David drives this amazing Porsche. David took clients to that new rooftop restaurant downtown. I told myself it was just work talk, or that she was frustrated with her own career. I did not want to see that comparison had started to replace appreciation. One Tuesday, I came home from my job at the insurance company and saw the boxes. Cardboard boxes stacked by our front door, some already taped shut. My stomach dropped. I told myself maybe she was decluttering. She had been talking about minimalism and reorganizing lately. "Jess," I called, putting my keys down on the little table we had picked out together at Target 2 years earlier. She came out of the bedroom carrying another box. Her face had that fixed look I knew too well, the one that meant a decision had already been made without me. She was dressed nicer than usual for a weekday evening. The black dress she used for big work meetings, hair done, makeup perfect. "We need to talk," she said, still not meeting my eyes. I looked around our living room. More boxes. The framed photos of us were gone from the mantel. The throw pillows she used to insist on fluffing were nowhere to be seen. "What is going on?" I asked, even though a part of me already knew. She set the box down and finally faced me. "Mike, I am leaving. I found a place downtown." The words hit like cold water. "What do you mean, leaving? Did something happen? Is this about money? I know the apartment is not fancy, but we have been saving for." "It is not about money," she cut in. Then she looked around our living room, really looked, and something changed in her expression. Disgust, pure, open disgust. "God," she said, "I cannot believe I lived like this for 3 years." I followed her gaze. Our second-hand couch from Craigslist, the one she had been excited about because it was real leather. The 43-inch TV we bought on Black Friday, the curtains we had picked together at Home Goods, laughing about whether the pattern was too bold. "What do you mean?" I asked. "We have been happy here." She let out a sound that was not quite a laugh. "Have we?" "Mike, look around. Really look." I saw the home we built. The bookshelf where her romance novels sat next to my paperbacks. The kitchen where I made her chicken parmesan every Sunday. The small table where we played cards on rainy nights. She gestured at everything. This second-hand couch, that tiny TV, those clearance store curtains. I feel sorry for whatever woman settles for this. Those words landed like a punch. She was not just leaving me. She was looking at our entire life together like it was something pathetic. "I thought you liked our home," I managed. "I convinced myself I did," she said, moving toward another box. "But David's place has floor-to-ceiling windows and a view of the city. This looks like a college dorm." "David," I said. "When did this start with him?" She paused. For a moment I thought I saw guilt. It vanished. "It is not about him, Mike. It is about me finally wanting more than safe and predictable." "Safe and predictable," I repeated. "Is that what I am to you?" "You are a good guy," she said. Somehow that hurt more than if she had insulted me directly. But I need more than good. I need exciting. I need someone who wants to build something bigger than this. She waved her hand around, dismissing 3 years like they were nothing. "So our 3 years meant nothing," I said. "They meant I learned what I do not want," she replied. Sometimes the most painful part is not that someone leaves, but how small they make your shared life sound on their way out. I watched her pack the rest of her things. She moved quickly, like she had practiced. Maybe she had. When she finished, she turned to me. "I am not trying to hurt you, Mike, but I need more than this." David gets that. He understands ambition and you do not. You are content working the same job, living in the same apartment, doing the same things every weekend. There is nothing wrong with that, but it is not enough for me anymore. She grabbed her purse. I will come back for the rest this weekend when you are not here. Then she left. 3 years reduced to a Tuesday evening and a pile of boxes. I sat on our second-hand couch for a long time that night, looking around the apartment she now thought was embarrassing. It felt different. Not peaceful, just empty. The first few weeks were rough. I kept expecting the door to open. At the grocery store, I would grab her favorite yogurt by habit. I recorded shows she liked without thinking. She never came back. Instead, I saw her on Instagram. Expensive dinners at places I had never heard of. Rooftop cocktails. A weekend in Napa. Her smile in those photos looked brighter, like our whole relationship had been her holding herself back. One post stung more than the others. A photo of David's apartment, the floor-to-ceiling windows and city view. The caption read, "Finally living like an adult, no more settling. Level up." It is amazing how fast someone can turn your shared life into their before picture. I stopped checking her social media after that. About 2 months after she left, her college roommate Sarah called. "Mike, I do not know if I should be calling, but I am worried about Jess." "What do you mean?" I asked. She seems stressed. She keeps asking if you are dating anyone if you mention her. I stayed quiet. "Look, I know she hurt you," Sarah said, "but maybe you could call her. I think she is realizing she made a mistake." "That is not my problem anymore," I said. "Come on, you two had something real." "If it was real to her, she would not have left," I said. Sarah sighed. "She is just scared. David's world is so different. I think she is in over her head." "I'm sure she will figure it out," I said, and that was the end of it. Her call planted something in my head. Not hope, just curiosity about what life with David really looked like off camera. I did not have to wonder long. A coworker, Tom, mentioned seeing her downtown at a coffee shop. "She looked rough," he said. "Tired, kept checking her phone. She asked about you." "What did you tell her?" I asked. "That you are doing great, which you are. You seem happier." He was right. I was not exactly happy, but I was lighter. I was cooking again. Going to the gym, making small improvements that added up. The call from Jessica came about 6 months after she left. Unknown number. "Mike, please do not hang up," she said. I almost did. "What do you need, Jessica?" I asked. I was wondering if we could get coffee. "I have some things I need to say." Her voice sounded smaller. "I do not think that is a good idea," I said. "Please, Mike, things with David went bad, really bad. I do not have anyone else." Part of me wanted to ask what happened. Another part was just tired. "I am sorry you are having a hard time," I said. "Take care of yourself." I hung up. She tried calling twice more that day. I did not answer. Over the next few weeks, I pieced things together through mutual friends. David was not as successful as he made himself appear. His divorce had been messy and expensive. The penthouse was heavily mortgaged. He was basically living check to keep the image alive. He also was not exclusive. He had at least 2 other girlfriends while he was with Jessica. When she confronted him, he calmly reminded her that he had never promised anything serious. She could date other people if she did not like it. She moved in with him. He told her she could move out. By then, she had quit her job to support his career, follow him to events, play the successful partner role. With no income and burnt bridges, she had nowhere stable to land. Friends told me this like they expected me to feel sorry for her or to see it as some neat little karma story. I did not feel revenge. I did not feel sympathy. Mostly, I felt distance. That changed the day she showed up at my door. I was coming back from the gym one Thursday evening when I saw her sitting on the steps outside my building. She looked thinner. Her hair was not styled like before. She wore jeans and an old sweatshirt I recognized. "Hi, Mike," she said, standing up. "Jessica, what are you doing here?" I asked. "I was hoping we could talk." "I thought we covered that on the phone," I said. "Please, just 5 minutes." Against my better judgment, I let her come upstairs. When I opened my apartment door, she froze. "Oh my God, Mike. This place looks incredible." I looked around. I had made changes over the last 8 months, new furniture. A bigger TV I saved for, some simple art on the walls, plants that were somehow still alive. It was the same apartment but updated, more intentional. More mine. "Thanks," I said. "What are you doing here, Jessica?" She still stared around. "I was wrong," she said finally. "About everything, this place, you, us." "Okay," I said. "That is it. Just okay," she said. "Mike, I am homeless. David was not what I thought. He was using me. I am on Sarah's couch. I do not have anyone else." I put down my gym bag and took a bottle of water from the fridge. "I am sorry to hear that," I said. "How can you be so cold?" she asked. "I know you still care about me." I thought about it. The truth was, I did not feel cold. I felt neutral. "I do not, actually," I said. "I have not thought about you in months." Her face crumpled. "You do not mean that." "I do mean it," I said. "But we were together 3 years. You love me," she said. "I did love you," I answered. Past tense. She started crying, not movie crying, real, messy crying. "I made a mistake, Mike, a huge mistake. I see that now. You were good to me. You were real." I watched her cry and still felt nothing but distance. No urge to hug her, no urge to hurt her back, just a sense that her story no longer involved me. "I need help," she said. "I do not have anywhere to go. Sarah's couch is temporary. I cannot afford rent. I cannot get hired downtown because of David." "There are shelters that can help," I said, "and temp agencies for work." She stared at me. "Shelters, Mike, it is me, it is Jessica." "I know who you are," I said. "Then how can you just not care?" she asked. "After everything we shared." How could I explain, I thought, that everything we shared had changed the moment she looked at our life with disgust? "You made it clear that what we shared was not valuable to you," I said out loud. "So it stopped being valuable to me too." She went quiet. Then she tried a different angle. "I could help around here," she said. "Clean, cook, whatever you need, just until I get back on my feet." "I do not need help," I said. "Everyone needs help sometimes," she insisted. "Not from you," I said. "This is where a lot of people struggle." You can feel compassion for someone's struggle and still hold a firm boundary with them. She must have seen it in my face because she stopped talking and just looked at me. "You really do not care anymore," she whispered. "No," I said. "I do not." "You are just hurt," she said. "You are trying to hurt me back." I walked to the door and opened it. "I am not trying to hurt you, Jessica," I said. "I am just done talking about this." She did not move at first. "This is not you, Mike. You are not cruel." "You are right," I said. "I am not cruel. That is why I am not going to say what I am actually thinking right now." She searched my face for anger, pain, anything familiar. There was nothing left there for her. Finally, she walked to the door. "I am sorry," she said quietly. "For what I said about this place, about you. I was scared and stupid, and I am sorry." "I know you are," I said. "Can you forgive me?" she asked. I thought about it. I realized I already had, in a way. I was not holding a grudge. I just did not want her back. "I forgive you," I said, "but that does not change anything." She nodded like she understood, even though I could see she did not fully. "Will you think about it?" she asked. "About us trying again?" "No," I said gently. "I will not." After she left, I stood in my apartment and really looked around. She was right about one thing. The place did look incredible. Not because it was expensive, but because it was mine. Every choice, from the couch to the plants to my quiet evenings, belonged to me now. We never spoke again. Sarah called a few more times over the next months with updates I did not ask for. Jessica had found a lower-paying marketing job. She was living in a small studio in an area she used to make jokes about. She was in therapy and working on herself. "She asks about you sometimes," Sarah said. "She wanted me to tell you she understands what she lost." "Okay," I said. "That is it, just okay." "What else would you like me to say?" I asked. "I do not know, something, anything. You two were so good together." "We really were not," I said. "We were comfortable, that is different." About 6 months later, I met Emma, a teacher from a coffee shop near my office. She was funny and kind. When she saw my apartment for the first time, she smiled. "This feels so cozy," she said. "I love this couch." When she met my friends, she fit in. When I met hers, they actually liked me. Emma did not need me to be more ambitious or exciting. She liked me as I was, and I liked her as she was. Being with her felt like breathing normally after holding my breath for a long time. About a year after my last conversation with Jessica, Emma and I were cooking dinner when she said, "I think I saw your ex at the grocery store. She looked tired, buying frozen dinners. Alone." "Oh," I said, stirring the sauce. "Do you ever think about her?" Emma asked. I thought about it honestly. "No, not really," I said. "Not even curious?" she asked. "Not particularly," I said. Emma smiled. "Good, I was a little worried you might still have feelings there," she said. "I do not," I said, and I meant it. Every now and then, a memory of Jessica would appear in my mind, like remembering a movie I watched long ago. A joke she made, a moment we shared, but there was no weight to it anymore. One night, I got a LinkedIn notification that she had a new job. I saw her new professional photo for half a second, then scrolled on. Later that evening, Emma and I watched a movie on my same second-hand couch. She curled up against me, laughing, her feet tucked under the throw blanket we bought together. "I love this couch," she murmured during a quiet scene. "It is so comfortable, perfect for cuddling." I kissed the top of her head and realized how wrong Jessica had been about everything. This couch was not pathetic. This apartment was not something to be ashamed of. This life was not settling. It was exactly what I wanted. I just needed someone who actually wanted it with me. Jessica had been right about only one thing. She would have been settling if she stayed. Not because my life was not good enough, but because she did not know how to appreciate something good when she had it. Lesson 1. When someone looks at your shared life with disgust, believe them. They are not just insulting your couch or curtains. They are telling you how they see you. Lesson 2. Social media, level up posts do not always show real happiness. Do not measure your worth against someone's highlight reel. Lesson 3. Forgiving someone does not mean you have to let them back into your life. Boundaries and forgiveness can exist together. Lesson 4. Being safe and predictable is not a flaw. The right person will see it as stability, not something to escape from. Lesson 5. You do not have to care about someone's regret to move on. Their realization does not create an obligation for you. What would you have done when Jessica came back asking for help? Would you have let her stay or closed that chapter for good? Have you ever had someone treat your life like it was settling and then try to come back when their upgrade failed? If you feel comfortable, share how you handled it in the comments.